Welcome to another edition of the M6P versus the MCU. I'm your co-host Jared, along with Darrin, and this week we've got Graham and Tim for a hometown edition of the M6P versus the MCU. So first we'll get started off with introductions. Who are these guys? I'm Jared, I'm one of the co-hosts here, and I'm originally from Piqua, Ohio, as are these guys. And Darrin, tell us a little bit about you.
I'm Darrin. I'm the co-host. I'm originally from Piqua, Ohio. Everybody knows the story at this point, if you watch this series, how Jared and I got into Marvel together. So let's hear about, Jared called us all Gumbos last week, or the last show. So I'm going to call you guys Gumbos. Let's hear about you Gumbos. Graham, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Graham. I'm also from Piqua. I've known Darrin quite a long time. We actually were briefly college roommates back in the good old days. So we're on the same wavelength with the pop culture stuff, I think.
No, 1 second. By the way, he's also my business partner for Michael Web Solutions. So he's half the show right here, and
awesome.
He's actually helped out. He'll never say this, but he's helped out with a lot of the M6P stuff behind the scenes, just from me needing help. So it's really cool to have him here, and you as well, Tim. Go ahead.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I'm Tim Collins, and I'm from Piqua, Ohio. Also, Jared and I have known each other a very long time. I think we used to ride the bus together in elementary school, so we've known each other a long time. And then we had similar extracurricular activities in high school, so we were friends up until that point, obviously. And somewhere I have a VHS video of Jared singing "What's Love Got to Do with It." I've got it somewhere, but I can dig it out and make the show really interesting. But I got into Marvel at age 7. I was introduced by a family friend, and I just fell in love with it immediately and everything. One of my amusing Marvel anecdotes is when I was 8 years old in 2nd grade, it was library day, and we all went to the library, and we were supposed to pick out something by our favorite author, and I was crying because I couldn't find anything by my favorite author. And my favorite author was Chris Claremont, and they didn't understand that Chris Claremont wrote the Uncanny X-Men. They just were looking for Chris Claremont. There's nobody by that name. I'm like, no, he exists. I know he exists. So that's kind of my amusing Marvel anecdote.
Yes, I remember Tim crying, and then we all beat him up on the playground after. I remember that.
By the way, Tim, send me that video of Jared. I'll just post it on the page.
Yeah, I don't know.
Somewhere. The Just Us concert, buddy. Didn't you sing "What's Love Got to Do with It"?
No,
isn't that what you sang?
I sang "When the Heartache Is Over."
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. The wrong
Even
Tina
better.
song. 1,000 pardons. The wrong Tina song. Okay. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Yes, but I was so pitchy, dog. Like, why didn't somebody tell me, don't hold that note because you're off key? Ah.
I've got it somewhere. I'll have to dig through my parents' basement, but it's there somewhere.
So yeah, we're all from Piqua, but the 4 of us never really ran around together, like when we were growing up or anything. Like, we all are connected in different ways, but
yeah, very cool though. Very cool.
like Graham, like I've never even met Graham in person, but his dad was my dad's lawyer. So when I connected with Darrin, like, I don't know, 5-6 years ago after Gem City Comic-Con, he told me he has Michael Web Solutions and Graham Kindle works for him. And I'm like, Kindle, Piqua, that's got to be Louis' son. So small world.
Yep. There's not many Kindles with my spelling in town. So yeah, it limits it pretty much. If it's a young person with the last name of Kindle, it's probably me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not many others.
And I can remember sitting in Mrs. Melgard's 7th grade homeroom class with Darrin, and he would be like, so you think you know Marvel characters, right? Well, how about I'm going to say somebody's name and you have to guess who they are. And I was like, oh, come on, bring it, Darrin. And he was like, I remember one time he was like, Frank Castle. I was like, the Punisher. How did you know that, man?
Yeah, and you ended up knowing a lot more than me too. So
Yeah.
I think we got in trouble a few times for talking, if I remember correctly.
Probably. I didn't care for her.
I think one of the times actually the Piqua star quarterback, I can't mention any names at the time, KM told on us, and we had to like stay 5 minutes after or something for talking about Marvel. At least I did. I remember that. I was like, I can't believe this dude told on us.
Wow, I think I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember that. Wow.
It might have just been me then.
Darrin was talking to himself. You got to stay after class.
Yeah. Well, it was Mrs. Melgard, so.
We'll just refer to him as Flash Thompson right now. Okay, he's Flash Thompson.
There we go. Cool. Well, I think so. This episode, we're going to talk about the latest episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier, right?
I think we should talk a little bit about the third one too, since we haven't had a show since then. But yeah, that's a lot of ground to cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, take it away, Darrin. Lead us off, man. Okay, before I do anything, since this is the Piqua crowd, it's time to retire this one.
Oh, there you go.
Whoa!
Yeah, there we go. So here we go. So yeah, we're gonna cover 3 and 4 of the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Really, I mean, let's just combine these as we talk about them. Let's not break down each episode. Let's just talk about the things we liked about both. But for me, yeah, Baron Zemo, pretty much. Baron Zemo, man, he has become he's like one of my top 5 Marvel villains now at this point in the MCU. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts. Also, let's give 2 words about each episode. We did 1 word for the last episode. So episode 3, 1 word. I'll go first. Madripoor. Graham?
Come on, Darrin. Man.
I took the easy one. That's why I went first.
I'll take the easy one and just say Zemo, because he did steal the show. And he's stealing the show still. So he's been a big part of my enjoyment of the last couple episodes.
I'm going to go with Princess Bar. I know it's 2 words, but it's one thing together, because the Princess Bar is where Wolverine worked in the comic books when he was Patch. And so when I saw Princess Bar show up just real quick in Madripoor, my heart palpitated a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say Madripoor, so I guess I'm kind of out of luck. But if I had to pick just kind of one thing, it was kind of a setup episode for episode 4. So I guess if I had to pick one word, I would say kind of like a teaser kind of deal. Because I think a lot of the stuff that built up to episode 4 was there, and then of course with Madripoor, you know, just laying that brick to start the bridge to the X-Men universe that we all know is there now. So so that's just I would say it's a teaser more than anything for episode 3.
Okay, so episode 4. Would anyone else like to go first this time?
Well, I just want to say that I liked episode 3 better than I liked 4. Because I know that Tim said it was set up as a teaser, but for me, Zemo finally did something. Like in Civil War, he was great, but he was kind of like the conniving, you know, behind the scenes kind of guy. And like they broke him out of jail, and then he's just been kind of like plotting and stuff. And even in this episode, I mean, he did fire a gun, but mostly he wasn't super active. But in episode 3, he was like, bang, 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 I'm doing a flip and I'm jumping over here and bang, bang, bang. Like, I love that. Like, that's how he is in the books. He can keep cool, calm, and collected, but when he needs to enter the fight, you can't match him. So that's what I really liked.
And when he started to do that, because I know what you're talking about, he wore the mask the whole time, which was really cool. I mean, obviously,
we all know how important
it helped out with having a stunt man in there, but
yeah.
No, it actually tied very well into the storyline, I think. So, yeah, 1 word, episode 4. Who's going first, guys?
I'll say shock. Shock dash ending. Shock ending.
I'll say bloody shield. I know that's 2 words, but I think we all know where I'm going there. That definitely was something that it feels like everything in the series has been leading to the moment where that Walker's going to lose it, and that's exactly what happened at the end of this episode. So, and in light of, look, I got kind of a little bloody shieldish kind of shirt going on here, so I dressed for theme today. Okay, but so even though it's 2 words, bloody shield, that's what I'm going with.
Breakdown, because you could sense that Walker was kind of on the edge, like feeling inadequate, and I think this one, losing the fight to the Wakandans and then his friend dying, I think, it's just a breakdown. And I mean, I think he's obviously we're going to be feeling the repercussions of that throughout the rest of the series. I think he's going to be the big bad from now on.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, Graham. I wouldn't use breakdown. I was going to say insecure or insecurities as my one word for that last episode, because that's what, I mean, it tied into a lot of those characters, actually. So.
Yeah, I feel like for me, Carly and the Flag Smashers are, for me at least, kind of the most boring part of the show. I'm having a real hard time following and sympathizing and really caring about her character and her motives behind things. So I'm really just kind of like, I see myself kind of glazing over when the Flag Smashers are on. And then when Zemo and US Agent are on, well, Captain America are on there, like, I feel like I'm sitting up straight and I'm paying attention and stuff. But the Flag Smashers for me have just been kind of meh.
I feel like
they're definitely good.
Yeah, I feel like the Flag Smashers storyline has kind of been one of those storylines that could bleed into something beyond this series. But for now, it was just kind of a convenient way to get Zemo out of jail and get Walker stirred up with this and get the super serum. So I feel like it was a useful tool in the series. But the interesting dynamic that they've introduced, which is that there actually can be a social discord between the blips and the non-blips, is something I hadn't even thought about. And that's something that can bleed in from the Marvel universe moving forward, because we know it's happened to everybody. So that's something that, even if the Flag Smashers themselves don't necessarily, that the movement could carry on, it could be one of those things that the movement becomes the villain. And so that's something that could be a little different moving forward. But yeah, for this series, I think they just kind of used it as a useful tool.
And I would agree with that, Tim. Like, I think, like, so far, we all knew the blip happened, but we've only really seen it, like, the really adverse effects. I mean, other than half the universe disappearing, in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like in Far From Home, Spider-Man, they talk about it, but it's very campy, very funny. They've done that in quite a few episodes, and so they bring this in. And another thing, like, I wish they would hone in more, is the GRC. Like, if they would hone in on what more, what they're exactly about. We know that's Carly's motivation, like, but like, why aren't they honing in on that a bit more? And I mean, again, it's hard to like combine so many different aspects of a story into a Disney Plus show, as we saw with WandaVision, but Marvel's doing it right. But maybe we'll see a little bit more of the GRC, even though I'm waiting for the Power Broker.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I have a theory on Power Broker, but
okay, save it. Go ahead, Jared.
But no, like the GRC thing, like, do they run Captain America now? It sounds like he's reporting to them, so it seems like this is a big nebulous thing, and I kind of feel like I'm missing out on something.
You might be right. I actually don't know. Like, maybe he does. Maybe John Walker does report to them.
Yeah,
I don't know, Jared. Tim,
first episode, it kind of alluded to that they're paying his salary, or at least.
Okay.
There was that whole thing with like Falcons talking about how, who paid the Avengers, and then later on it seems like they allude to Walker getting paid by the GRC. So yeah, it's a big thing, and I think could definitely be explored a whole lot more. But yeah, the refugee things definitely answered some questions that I kind of thought about with the blip, like where did they come back? What if people were living in their house? There's a lot of things that you can go into with that would completely disrupt the world if people just started popping back in 5 years later.
What do you do? Somebody, you've been gone for 5 years and somebody else bought your house 4 years ago and they're living there and you show up. What do you do? I don't know.
And do they just like pop back in the living room? Like that's where they left? And just, like you come home and someone just pops in there? Like it's the whole lot you can do with that.
Oh, hello. No.
So I wanted to hear what everybody thought about bringing in the Wakanda piece, because that kind of it totally hit me from the side. I wasn't expecting to see her show up at the end of episode 3 and then have such a vital role this episode.
I'll go first. So while I like having the Wakandans show up and everything, like it kind of seemed like you just threw them in there to be an easy plot piece part of the show. But I did love the fight scene between the Wakandans and John Walker and everything. And my favorite part was just Zemo sipping a cocktail in the background, and then he goes into the bathroom, locks the doors, and he pulls the El Chapo. That was awesome.
Yeah, I think the Wakandan storyline was one that we probably should have seen coming, but we didn't because of Zemo. We probably should have seen that coming, but it's one of those things that's like there are so many people that didn't like Zemo that it could have been anybody. But as soon as Bucky said I'm going to go take a walk, I had a feeling there was something Wakandan going on, and then we started picking up the little and everything, but. I really, it totally makes sense when you think about it. Zemo's the one that killed their king, so it totally makes a lot of sense. But at this point now, it seemed like such a busy storyline already with so many different villains and so many different heroes. Because we still haven't even got into Sharon Carter, and we still haven't even got into a lot of the dynamic that's going on with Sam and Buck, which is huge right now. But I feel like the Wakandans were just kind of extra noise, but it makes sense. That's all.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That's how I felt too, Tim.
I can see why they're there, but also a little bit seems like a forced conflict. Like you'd think that if Winter Soldier could explain, hey, we've got some super soldiers running around blowing up places. We kind of need him for a minute. I feel like they would maybe understand and not like try to take him 8 hours later. Hold off, we'll give him to you, but we have to figure out this whole terrorist cell running around.
And I think the thing where she like touched him real quick and his arm fell off, that was really cool.
That was cool.
And I like the flashback that we got to learn how he overcame those code words to be like the whole episode started with that. She went through it and he's just like crying and he's like trying to get through it, and like it's like, give this guy an Oscar. That acting was amazing. Yeah. That was so good. I felt
that actually, that and the last scene of episode 4 were my favorite, like by far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for sure.
Did none of us have mentioned it? Did anybody even care about Battlestar? The 4 of us are just kind of like, oh yeah, I guess that happened too.
Jared, did anybody even?
Poor Lamar.
Did anybody care about him in the comics? I mean, that's he kind of felt like the sacrificial lamb the moment that we met him. I mean, the moment that we met him, he's a guy without superpowers that hangs around dangerous situations a lot, and in these movies that just doesn't last long. And so he felt like the guy that was going to die from the moment we saw him. So I was not surprised. It's not a character that anybody has emotional ties to. I was not surprised that ended up being the one. And then you got to do something to push Walker over the edge, and that's what it took.
Well said. So well said. because I thought the same thing. He's just kind of like, even with Falcon, Falcon is a human sidekick. Well, they gave him wings. Black Widow is a human, but they trained her. This guy, they're just like, just put on this outfit and run around with the guy that has the shield. Like, what? What are you doing?
And I don't want to spend too much time going all the way back and stuff we've already talked about, but because I know you guys have done several episodes on previous episodes of the show. But I mean, just Bucky's response when he introduced himself as Battlestar was just hilarious. It's like, oh, so everybody just declares themselves a superhero now. He's like, stop the truck, I can't do this. That's exactly what I think all of us thought. Like, Battlestar, dude, you couldn't pick a better name. I mean, so that's kind of I think how everyone kind of viewed it.
Well said.
I would agree. So we've talked a little bit. Is there anything else you guys would like to say about the most recent Falcon and Winter Soldier episodes?
Yeah, I think one of the things that I've really tried to focus on doing is not looking at the stuff that's not there, because I did that with WandaVision. I think we all did that with WandaVision. Oh, it's Mephisto. Oh, who's the astronaut friend, and and all this stuff. And we all got so focused on the stuff that wasn't there that the stuff that was there, who's Hayward? Oh no, we don't know. But we didn't really focus on the stuff that was in front of us. And so that's what I'm trying to do with this show, is I'm not looking at the stuff that's not there. I make stupid predictions all the time in my head, but I'm trying not to let them get in the way, like I did with WandaVision. So, the big thing is Madripoor was huge. I think that's like I say, laying the first brick of the bridge that's going to get built over to that X-Men universe that we all know is there. It's not going to come tomorrow. We all know the next 2 years worth of project for Marvel, so we know it's not coming soon, but it's coming. That's what we know. And then this episode, kind of everything building toward Walker just kind of losing it. That last scene is the one that's really going to stick with me, because it's so reminiscent of Civil War, and it's so reminiscent of the exact difference between Rogers and Walker. But Steve had the restraint when he could have killed Tony. And then we look at what happened with Walker. He didn't have that restraint, and he did the exact opposite in the exact same situation. So that's kind of what I want to finish with, is that's kind of the most important thing to me of this series right now, is that it's all led to that point. And now the cat's out of the bag. You can't really change it. He's taken the super serum, whether you like it or not. This is who he's going to be.
Yeah, and I love how it ended with all the people in the streets on their smartphones just filming them and streaming them live and stuff.
Yeah, totally.
Way to tie into the current time, current times and whatnot. That was awesome.
For sure.
Yeah, it also, with that, the comic connection that was made for me is there's a comic where Captain America is fighting Baron Blood, and he's a Baron that's a vampire, and he lifts the shield over and he decapitates him. And it was kind of like Captain America just killed somebody, and that's exactly how he did it. So that's what I thought of. But you're absolutely right. They did this in the MCU, and he showed restraint against Tony. You're right. So
I almost wish there was a few more episodes to get more phases of his kind of decline. I liked him early on as this kind of I'm trying my best. I'm just a guy, and I'm trying to fill these shoes. If we had a few more of those, so it was more of a shock, I think maybe a little bit better. I don't want the series to go over long and get stretched, but yeah, I mean, you could kind of see by episode 2 and 3, he's starting to make rash decisions. Well, he's gonna find the super serum, and he's gonna kind of overcompensate and get bad, but it works. I just kind of wish there was a few more chances to see him as good-natured and trying his best before he goes kind of over the cliff on it.
Yeah, and one of the aspects that I don't think Walker has thought about, but was kind of planted in the idea of this last episode, is also that Carly is willing to dig in and find your family, and we all know that by the conversation she had with Sam. And we know that Walker is married. I think we met his wife at the beginning of the second episode, correct? In the locker room. And so, Walker has a family, and he just ticked off Carly by killing one of her guys. So that's going to be a dynamic that I don't think that Walker has thought of yet, that could potentially lead to trouble in the future. So
that's a very good catch, Tim.
Yeah, I can absolutely see that coming to pass.
Mhm.
Cool. So real quick before trivia, who's watched the new Loki trailer? Anyone? Graham?
Looks good.
I have.
You have one job. No, I'm joking. What do you guys think of?
Wild. That's my word for that.
Mhm.
Wild.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think a lot of the stuff with Loki has, he started out very like sinister and menacing in the MCU, and he's turned out to be kind of almost like a comical character recently, which I've liked. So I think it looks funny. I do. I think it looks like a great show. I think it looks awesome to me.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Mhm.
Definitely. All right.
Ready for some Marvel trivia? Awesome. So we're gonna play some Marvel trivia. Got these handy dandy trivia cards that Tim almost went out and bought a set so he could practice.
Cheater.
He ponied up and was honest and said, "You know what? I'm not gonna go that far." So, so we've got these handy dandy cards here. There are 5 questions per card. Question number 1 is the easiest. Question number 5 is the hardest. And each player is going to be able to select which category they would like from 1 to 5. Whoever reaches 15 points first wins Marvel Trivia. So we go alphabetically. So Darrin, then Graham, and then Tim. And I just got a 10-minute notice on our Zoom call. So, Darrin, go.
2.
2. Who is Mr. Fantastic's brother-in-law?
Johnny Storm, come on.
Johnny Storm. There you go. Human Torch. You're also supposed to keep your own points, so make sure you realize how many points you have. Graham.
Look, guys, I think every single question is a trick question.
All right, Graham.
1.
Which X-Man wears lightning bolt earrings?
Come on, even for you.
Oh, Storm.
That was close. I almost had to boot you off the call. Good job. Good job. All right, Tim.
Just hoping I don't blank. Give me a 2. Well, let's start there.
All right. What Young Mutant X team does the White Queen train?
I don't know. What Young Mutant X team?
This trivia was also taken between 1939 and 2002.
Young Mutant X team.
Yes, sir.
New Mutants? I don't know.
Ooh, Generation X.
Generation X. Yeah.
All right, Darrin.
We'll go 3.
What's the code name of Carl Crusher Creel?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
What's the code name of Carl Crusher Creel?
Oh,
Mrs. Melgard's class all over again.
I have no idea.
Absorbing Man.
Okay.
All right, Graham.
4.
Okay. Well, okay. Who is Nightcrawler's mother?
That's a 4.
Come on, man.
That's a 4.
I'm sorry, Graham, you were interrupted. What did you say?
Mystique.
Mystique, yes. I'll show you just so you know. It is number 4. All right, Graham is running away with this. Tim.
Give me a 2 again.
All right. Mr. Sinister and Apocalypse believe in what theory of evolution?
Believe in what theory of evolution? Natural selection?
Survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest. It's kind of the same thing, but not exactly the same word.
What do we give him the points? Do we not? What do we do?
Half maybe.
I wouldn't give it to me, but that's just me.
Okay, we won't give it to you.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's
All right, Darren.
I want an easy question like Graham, so I'll go 4.
Okay. Which villain tricked Gambit into working for him? Which villain tricked Gambit into working for him?
Apocalypse?
Ooh, so close. Mr. Sinister.
Hmm.
You're right
All
there. All right. Graham is in the lead.
3.
3.
3.
Oh.
This isn't even right.
Oh, come on.
Which villain believes in survival of the fittest?
Are you kidding me? We just gave you 2 of them, man.
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
Is it over?
Wow. All right, Tim.
You better give me a 1 this time, Jared. Just give me a 1. I can't blank.
How does the Hulk traverse great distances?
He jumps, bounds.
Jumps. Yes, he jumps. He jumps. All right, what's the
I
score?
didn't blank.
What's the score,
I have 2.
Darren?
I only have 2.
2-1, Graham?
You have a 4 and a 1.
4, 7, and a 1, so I'm 8. Or a 4, a 3, and a 1.
Yep. All right, Darren.
3.
Who is Black Bolt's wife?
I should know this, but I just don't follow that. I don't know it.
That's okay. Medusa. The Inhumans suck. It's okay.
I know. Obviously, I don't read them.
All right, Darren. Graham.
Let's go 4. My luck's been good so far.
What is Iron Man's mother's name?
You would think it'd be so easy, but it's not.
I'm going to go Samantha.
Ooh, Maria.
Yeah.
Maria.
Oh, it's better than Martha.
I almost said Martha.
All right, Tim.
Give me a 2. Let's try that.
Which X team did Siren join and eventually lead?
Siren. Was that X Factor?
Oh,
X Force?
X Force.
It was one or the other. Picked the wrong one.
Yeah, you actually even texted me about that this week. You're like, I get my teams mixed up. Who's on the roster?
I know.
I have that problem.
And here we are for everyone to see. There we go.
All right, Darren.
All right, let's go 3.
What is the name of Invisible Woman's son?
Franklin.
Yes, you got it. Frank.
I had another brain fart like Jennifer Walters last time.
That was bad. That was terrible. All right, Graham.
Let's go 2.
Which alien race are the Kree's oldest enemies?
The Skrulls.
Yep, the
Come on.
Skrulls. The Skrulls.
I can't believe you knew that.
All right, we're down to 2.5 minutes. Tim,
Let's go 3 this time.
why couldn't Steve Rogers join the Army?
Because he was scrawny.
Yes, yes.
That was
Darren.
a 3?
I know.
All right, I'm at 5. You guys?
4.
10.
All right, let's go 3.
Who is Phoenix 2? What's the real name of the second Phoenix?
Rachel?
Yes, Rachel Summers. Great job.
Up to 8, guys. Catch up. How much time we have?
We have 1 minute and 50 seconds.
We might have to restart this. That's fine.
Okay. Graham,
I'll do 3.
where is Rogue from?
We had this one.
We had this one last time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm shuffling.
He's thinking of the same 3 states that we all think of when we hear this one.
I'm gonna say Tennessee.
Mississippi.
Ah,
All right, Tix.
Give me another 3.
What is Hawkeye's real name?
Clint Barton.
Yes. Well, think about it. In 2002, when this came out, nobody knew who Hawkeye was.
There was no MCU. I get it.
That's
All right.
true.
Right. All right, Darrin.
All right, let's go. Why not 5?
What what is Mimic's father's name?
Stan.
Ronald
Mr. Mimic.
Rankin. Close.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, Graham.
3.
What is Cable's main power?
I
Oh,
had this question. Dog.
I can picture it in the cartoon in the movie. I don't know. Energy blast.
Telepathy and telekinesis. All right, Tim, you're up next.
Give me a 2.
What do PIM particles do?
They part Pims.
Is that your final answer?
What do they do, Jared?
Oh, that's what Ant-Man uses to grow and to shrink.
Okay. I should have thought of it. Hank Pym. I get it now. Yeah. I was like,
Wow.
I didn't. It would have helped if I would have known how Pym was spelled, probably. But I just was like, Pym. What the? I was thinking PIM. I was like, what? Anyway.
Oh,
Gotcha.
that makes sense. That makes sense. Because I was like, that's an easy one for Tim. He's gonna knock this out of the park. But I guess if you don't know, it's PYM.
Yeah, it's all good. Nope, it's all good.
All right, don't give up. You're not out yet.
So, real recap. I'm at 8.
7.
10.
All right, let's go 4.
All right, Darrin went with a 4. Okay. Who supposedly killed Nick Fury? Because he was dead in the books at this time.
Yeah, I know.
Who killed Nick Fury?
I have a lot of different answers going on in my head, but I don't know which one. So go ahead.
You want to pick one?
No.
Okay. Frank Castle, aka Punisher. Was that one in your head?
No.
Okay.
That's very cool.
All right, Graham, you're in the lead, I believe.
No.
2.
No?
Yeah, he's 7, right?
No,
10.
he has 10.
No, I have 7.
You have 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did Graham? All right, go.
Graham, don't forget who your boss is, okay?
No. It's not like that.
2. I'll get 2 this time.
2. All right, picking from the middle of the deck. Number 2. Which X-Man / thief originally recruited the Marauders for Mr. Sinister?
I don't know. I'm just gonna say Nightcrawler.
Gambit.
I almost said.
Yeah. That sucks.
Old Remy LeBeau was a thief before an X-Man, so.
All right, T. Collins.
All right. I better just go 2.
2.
Yeah.
What is the Scorpion's most deadly weapon?
His tail that shoots acid.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Darrin.
I'm going to ask for a 2 because I want to question like Tim just had, but I know it's going to be 2.
What's the shoe size of... No, I'm just kidding. All right. What changed Dr. Bruce Banner's genetic structure?
Gamma rays.
Yes, gamma radiation. Yes, sir. All right, Graham.
Let's do another 2.
What's the code name of Janet Van Dyne?
Oh, Wasp.
Wasp. 2 points. Tim.
Let's go. I'm gonna go 3. Let's make it interesting.
What is Cannonball's real name?
Oh, this was even on the last one, and I forget. Yeah, go ahead. I forget completely. I
Sam
should
Guthrie.
know. What's that?
Sam Guthrie.
That's it. Yep, I should have known, but time makes fools of us all. Here we go.
Okay, so now we're at I have 10, Graham, you have 12, and you still have 7, correct?
I got 9.
Oh, 9, I'm sorry.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna go 5.
All right. Oh.
No. No.
Remember, this
Hercules.
is the comics. This is the comics, okay? Who was Steve Rogers' best friend as a child?
Since you said it's the comics, it's probably not Bucky. Has to be Bucky, doesn't it? Like, no? I'm gonna say Bucky. I don't have anything else.
No. Arnie Roth.
Oh, that's easy.
You know, good old Arnie.
Yeah, I've heard about him a lot.
Said no one ever.
I went for 5. I deserve it. Go ahead.
All right, Graham.
I'll go 3.
Okay.
For all the marbles.
Yeah.
What member of the Serpent Society did Captain America have a romantic relationship with? USA agent is laughing at you.
As well he should. I didn't even know there was a Serpent Society. I don't know. I'm not even going to try a name.
Diamondbacks. Good old Diamondback. She wore pink pants. That's what got him, I guess. All right, Tim.
Let's go 2.
2. Before Doctor Strange became Sorcerer Supreme, what was his profession?
He was a surgeon, a neurosurgeon.
He was, correct. Correct.
All right, I'm still at 10.
You are.
Where you guys at?
11.
12.
All right, I'll go 3.
Okay. All right. What team is Meltdown on? I see the frustration in Darren's face every week, and I just
thanks.
I feel for you, man, because you know so much about Marvel, and you just seem to get these rando questions.
X-Force?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah. 13.
See, he learned from my question. When in doubt, just say X-Force.
I honestly just threw that out there. So.
Awesome. We got a hot game. All right, Tim.
Is it my turn or is it Graham's turn?
It's mine.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's Graham's
That's
turn.
all right. 2. I'll just do 2.
What Far East country is Sunfire from? Far East country.
Japan.
Japan. You're correct for 2 points. Wow, it's heating up now. Tim.
I'll go 3.
Who is the Wasp married to?
Ant-Man.
Yes. Wow.
That
Wow.
puts me at 14.
So Tim has 14, Graham has 14, I have 13. So I'm gonna go 2.
Oh my God.
Happens at the end every single episode, Jared.
No.
I know all the viewers are anxiously on the edge of their seats.
Oh, sure.
Made for TV right here.
Okay, Darrin. You said 2?
Yeah.
Who was Reed Richards' college roommate?
Ben Grimm. No? Oh no, I know what it is. Oh no!
Victor.
Ah!
Victor.
I just created a new meme.
Yeah.
Oh, Nick
Kevin
Vicker's
is
gonna
gonna
own me.
All right, Graham.
Give me a 1.
Okay. Which bony hero rides a flaming motorcycle?
Oh, damn it. I know the name. Hang on.
I'm gonna have to bleep that.
Sorry.
Stop, Tim. Stop.
I know. Ghost Rider.
You are correct, sir.
All right, Tim, you have the chance to beat him.
You sure do.
Oh, so I can go. Okay. Yeah, I'll go 2 for all the marbles then, right?
So is it so we haven't had it this close before. So if Tim gets 2, then do we put him at 16 and he wins? Or is it first to 15 and then there's a tiebreaker? Which one is it?
No, I mean Graham's at 15. Wait, what did you get, Graham? How many points? What are you at now?
I'm at 15.
Yeah, so Tim's the last question. If he went for 2, he wins.
But I just want to make sure, like, did Graham know, like, if I would have gone for 2, I would have
That's
got
true.
16.
That's true.
15.
Oh, I would have gone for 1 anyway. I'll take those.
Okay. All right. I
Oh,
want
good. I don't have to edit this part out now.
All right. Just want to make sure it's fair for everybody. All right, Tim, you want a 2?
Yes.
Okay. Cable turned the New Mutants into what team?
This is one of those questions again. Hold on. Oh man.
No pressure.
X or no, wait a minute.
Cable turned the New Mutants into what team?
The New Mutants turned into, I'll say X Factor again. I don't know.
X-Force.
Oh my goodness, you were kidding me. It was even my own rule. Just say X-Force.
Right.
I was like, there was no way. There was no way it could be X-Force 3 times. There's no way.
For the past 2 weeks, Graham has been saying, you guys are going to destroy me at Marvel Trivia.
Oh, man.
I'm so angry right now. Congratulations, Graham.
That's
Thank you.
By the way, we have a lot of coding to do tomorrow.
Oh man, that was probably my most fun having doing the trivia. You guys were like so close, and Tim's question is the answer for Graham's question. Like, the answer is always X-Force. We learned this episode.
Oh man.
Wow.
I'll have to remember that X-Force thing. That's apparently a rule.
Yeah, that was 3 answers.
Pretty much any team question is the answer is X-Force.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
For everybody that's on this show moving forward, just X-Force all the time.
I've heard X-Force more than X-Men on these trivia questions.
Absolutely. Well, thank you all for joining us on the M6P versus the MCU. We will close it out with our sponsors as well. We are sponsored by DCBSservice.com for all your discount comic book needs. We're sponsored by we were blessed to have the entire working staff of michaelwebsolutions.com here with us. They joined us for this call. That was great. We're sponsored by them as well. We're also sponsored by the marvelousbox.com. For 25 bucks a quarter, you can get some awesome graphic novels delivered right to your front door or your back door or your side door or your PO box, wherever. But marvelousbox.com is great to check out. And then lastly, crpsavings.com for all of your Office Depot needs. Check out crpsavings.com. And if you notice, Darrin and I are wearing some M6P merch from TeePublic. So if you're interested in some fun designs, go to teepublic.com and then do a search for the M6P. Darrin, you want to show us yours first? Look at that.
So I went with Juggernaut tonight, or this show, and this is one of Jared's designs. I like it a lot. I've been looking at all the different shirts we have on TeePublic, and this is the first time I've been able to find like the red rim or different colored rims on this design. So that's cool, and I'm gonna get a new shirt for the next show after the show's over.
I like it because you know how he has those red cuffs around his arms, and then that shirt has the red cuffs too. I was like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And then mine is more of an X-Men animated version, like the video game. It's kind of like an X-Men video game animated series is what I was going for. And my wife picked out purple. She said that will look great on you. So do what your wife says. Unless she's crazy. So thank you, Graham and Tim, for joining us. We had a great time on the Piqua edition of the M6P versus the M6U. See you. Yes, P-Town. We'll see you later.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, guys.